In the heart of a forgotten town, where the streets were overgrown and the air thick with decay, stood an abandoned asylum, its crumbling facade a testament to years of neglect. The townspeople spoke of it in hushed tones, warning children to stay away from its cursed grounds. They said the spirits of the tortured lingered, trapped within its walls, waiting for someone to set them free. One stormy night, a group of 4 friends, Eli, Jess, Mark, and Sarah, decided to explore the asylum, drawn by a mix of curiosity and bravado. Armed with flashlights and a sense of invincibility, they ventured inside, the heavy door creaking ominously as they pushed it open. The interior was dark, a musty smell hanging in the air. Faded photographs lined the walls, depicting patients with hollow eyes and sorrowful expressions. As they moved deeper, the group split up, their laughter echoing through the desolate halls. Eli and Jess headed to the left, while Mark and Sarah took the right. In the dim light, Eli felt a chill crawl down his spine. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. Jess nodded, her eyes wide. A soft, pitiful moan resonated through the corridor, and they exchanged nervous glances. They pressed on, adrenaline surging. Meanwhile, Mark and Sarah stumbled into a room filled with rusted medical equipment. Sarah shuddered as she looked around. "This place feels wrong," she said, but Mark dismissed her fears, joking about ghost stories. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed from the next room, sending them jumping. "Let's check it out," Mark urged, leading the way. They stepped into a dark chamber, and as their flashlights flickered, they caught sight of a figure in the corner, pale and gaunt, with hollow eyes staring blankly at them. They froze, hearts pounding. The figure turned, revealing a mouth twisted in an eerie smile. "Help me," it whispered, before vanishing into thin air. Meanwhile, Eli and Jess had found themselves in a long corridor lined with heavy doors. One door creaked open, and they entered a room filled with broken furniture and torn, stained sheets. Suddenly, Jess felt a cold hand grip her wrist. She screamed, and Eli turned, his flashlight illuminating a grotesque face peering through the shadows, its skin hanging in tatters, eyes filled with anguish. They ran, adrenaline coursing through them as they navigated the maze-like asylum. Desperate to reunite, they stumbled upon a common area, their breaths ragged. "Where are Mark and Sarah?" Jess cried, panic rising. Before Eli could answer, the lights flickered and a low, rumbling laughter echoed around them. Shadows danced on the walls, and the temperature plummeted. "You shouldn't have come here," a voice hissed, sending chills through their spines. The doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. Mark and Sarah burst into the room, their faces pale. "We saw something horrifying," Mark gasped. But before they could explain, the laughter grew louder and the walls seemed to close in. In the chaos, the ground beneath them trembled, revealing a dark pit where anguished faces writhed, pleading for release. "Run!" Eli shouted, as the walls pulsed with energy and the spirits' cries filled the air. They bolted toward the exit, but the asylum fought back, doors slamming and shadows reaching for them. In a desperate final push, they burst through the front door into the stormy night, gasping for air. As they turned back, the asylum loomed behind them, silent once more, but the cries of the trapped echoed in their minds. They had escaped, but they knew they'd never truly leave. The asylum would always hold a piece of them, a dark reminder of the horrors they had encountered.